In our country, there is a golden rule, and this rule states that if parents want their child to be a good boy, to be a good student, to be a good citizen, then they will have to use physical punishment as often as they can. Even teachers are allowed to use physical punishment, and they use this freedom quite extensively. In my first video, I told you that I suffered SAD for 24 years and I never got any treatment. As a matter of fact, I never got any treatment or any sympathy. Instead, I got physical punishment for my SAD. Let me tell you my story. It all started when I was a 4 years old boy. At that age, my education began and my mother was my teacher. Unfortunately, it is a matter of great regret that she was not mentally okay. I never got the love of a mother from her. It was not her love, but it was her obsession. I was not her child, I was not her son. Instead, I was her prized possession, and she always treated me like that. I had to obey her every single instruction. Without her order, I was not allowed to do anything. Even when I needed to go to toilet, I had to ask permission. When I needed to drink a glass of water, I had to ask permission. When I needed to go to sleep, I had to ask permission. And I can do all of this only when she permitted. And if I tried to do something else, then she got really angry. When my education began, she taught me how to write. And at that time, I discovered with horror how angry and cruel she can become. She instructed me to write a letter in a particular way, and if I failed to follow her instruction, then she would punish me. Now I will show you how she would punish me, and I am warning you that this is a very graphic scene. If you think that you will not be able to withstand this, then please close this video now. When she saw that I was not, I couldn't comply to her order, she grabbed the pencil from my hand forcefully like this, and then she held it like this, and then she did it like this and did it like this. Can you imagine this? The treatment I received as a 4 years old boy, getting hit on my forehead like this by my own mother. Now you understand what I meant when I said that she was not mentally okay. It was her favorite thing to do, to break the need of the pencil on my head. This was the beginning of a long history of physical punishment on me. When I was admitted in school, I was severely suffering SAD, and the situation got worse. Whenever a teacher asked me something, I got bright red on my face, and no matter whether I know the answer or not, I started to stammer. Instead of taking these things sympathetically, my teacher thought that I am trying to mock them, and they too started their physical punishment on me. And surprisingly enough, I saw that they too were targeting on my head. They used to slap me on my head, whereas they used cane to punish other boys on other body parts, but they always hit me on my head. And it was so painful to me. Sometimes, when they got really angry on my stammering, they informed my father, who was an equally capable person of inflicting physical punishment. He used his large pen-like hand to slap me hard, and every time he slapped me, I couldn't hear anything for 2 to 3 minutes. My head started to spin, and this continued. I can remember one distinct incident. Once I was called by math teacher to come in front of the class and to write to do a math on the blackboard. As soon as he called me, I usually I got bright red on my face and started to stammer, and I was having so much fear that when I hold the chalk on my hand, my whole body started to shake violently and the chalk fall down. It happened twice, thrice, 4 times, and my teacher thought that I was just making fun out of him. So he took the brick-like duster on his hand, and hit and used that duster to hit me on my head. The blow was so serious that I almost lost sense and fell down. And for the next 3 days, I suffered I suffered a great pain on my head and lie on my bed. Later, when I went to school, I heard from my friends that my teacher said there is absolutely no future for this boy, as he couldn't stand a mere touch of that that wooden duster. Now, my dear friend, are you getting afraid? Hey, there is no need to be afraid, because this happened in my life. It is I who suffered this fate. There is absolutely no chance that this will happen to your life, and there is absolutely no chance that this will happen to any one of your dear one's life, because it is a different country. You live in a very good atmosphere. You live in a developed country where physical punishment is banned. No one is allowed to lay their hand on anybody, but here in our country it is the norm, and they use this thing frequently. Now, after all those years, I feel the bad effect of those target practice on my head. I find it so sad that all those hits on my head had erased much of my memory. Now I can't recall my childhood anymore. I feel like I suddenly grow old. I feel like I don't have any childhood memory. You see, childhood is a person's best memory, where there is no pressure, where there is no tension. Everyone cherishes his childhood, but not me, because I don't have that memory, and I really regret it. And I really feel that one day there will be a solution that will enable me to remember my childhood memories that is long lost by those brutal headshot that I suffered.